Welcome to Thiel College Sports Authority. I'm Nick.
I'm D.
I'm Jeff.
All right, guys, this is our final show.
This is our last episode of Thiel College Sports Authority. And you're probably wondering where Ty is right now. Nick, why don't you tell him what happened to Ty?
Ty's stuck in traffic in the middle of Cleveland right now, or so we hear.
And you guys know about Ty in Cleveland in his previous comments, so he's probably getting jumped.
Anyways.
What do we got first on the list, Nick?
Let's start off with another criminal in mind, Ray Rice.
Now, I know, like, one of our previous shows, I think it was one of the first, we were talking about how everybody knows the Ray Rice scandal, and now there's a new one saying he's coming back, and it was only, what was it, an indefinite suspension, and now it's what?
It's appealed.
Yeah.
He's reinstated. Which team will pick him up?
What do you think, Nick?
I think...
Well, what do you think your views on it? Do you think he should come back, or do you think
First
he should
off,
sit
I
out?
do not think he should come back because of all the attention this is going to bring. For one, this is just like any other case, basically. I mean, look back, Michael Vick.
Yeah, but Michael Vick came back also.
Yeah, but
So
I'm saying...
you disagree with all those?
I'm saying basically if you do something that jeopardizes your career and jeopardizes the league you are in, you shouldn't be looking at coming back, pretty much.
I think the commissioner is more in trouble than
These
the
are
rest
second
was.
topics, so we'll save him for a bit. But who do you guys think are going to pick him up?
I don't have no idea. Because you remember, what was that, Blunt? The Steelers dropped him, Patriots picked him up. I would never think in a million years Patriots would pick him up. So I have no idea who.
He was on the Patriots before.
Was he really?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So who do you think D. Will's going to pick him up?
I think a team in need of a running back,
Cleveland.
We actually have two nice running backs, Terrence West, and they're doing excellent this season.
I think Bell's doing pretty good.
And
The Steelers.
I think a team like the Wizards. No, that's.
Did you say the Wizards?
Yeah, that's NBA. My bad. But no, I think he'll wait. I think teams will wait until the off season and then reevaluate it and talk to him and contract talks.
Hopefully Oakland. I think Oakland should pick him up. I don't like.
I think they'll wait till the off season. Oakland spent a lot of money this off season.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
And look how that happened.
Yeah,
That worked out pretty well for Oakland.
I think it's going to come down to this. What team wants the media attention and what team needs them badly? I can see Oakland because Oakland desperately needs a miracle. They just lost 52-0. That's
Who they play?
Houston.
Oh, Houston.
Yeah, 52-0.
What?
That's embarrassing.
I was watching this video about Ray Rice's wife, and she was saying how, we love the people who's supporting us. And I was like, supporting what? You got punched in the face by your husband.
I also think it's going to come down to media attention. Teams like the Jets who will pick up anyone that shows their face on ESPN, basically.
They love media attention.
They got 5 quarterbacks because of it. They at one point had like 5.
Do you see Tim Tebow? That's where it all started.
Pretty much. If you can get your face, it actually started with Santonio Holmes.
Oh yeah.
If you can get your face on ESPN, odds are Jets are coming after you.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be.
He's calling it the Jets. Don't sue him.
I think it's going to be the Jets, or it's going to be a team in need of a miracle.
And then next on our list is the commissioner.
Going back to him, yep. Roger Goodell. What are your thoughts? This kind of seemed like he kind of tried to sweep this under the carpet.
He really did, and now he's getting caught for it. And he's not. I mean, nobody's going to fire him, and he's not going to quit because he knows he made a bad decision because he's an NFL commissioner. You know how much money he makes? He's not going anywhere.
True.
I see the thing with him, it's kind of a power situation.
Yeah.
I also think, for one thing, I don't know why he's trying to sweep this under the carpet. I don't know why he just doesn't take action and say something such as, okay, this is what's going to happen. Like, just come out with a full statement. This is what's going to happen. This is how it's going to happen. This isn't going to change. Here you are.
Did he say anything like, hey, this is my fault, this happened, or is he's still just going with the flow with it?
Just going with the flow.
I think he just say, hey, look, I messed up. It won't happen again.
The problem is too many people are on his back about this now. If you go out and say, oh, I messed up on this case, what about the next case?
Yeah.
I think, in all honesty, but the thing that kind of gets me, there have been other cases that he's actually taken care of. Like when the Ben Roethlisberger situation.
Yeah.
He handled that immediately. Didn't even care. But
Same-
now...
Same thing with Michael Vick.
Exactly. Now
So I don't know why Ray Rice. Maybe he bribed him. He said, hey, maybe you can take a swing at my wife if you just sweep this under the carpet.
Who knows?
Man.
So now we got NFL Sunday.
Yep.
All those previous games. We had a lot of games. Like you said, the Houston game was a blowout.
Yeah.
We had, I know the Ravens.
Oh, no, they didn't play Houston. My bad. They played St. Louis.
Wait, what? The St. Louis Rams blew them out?
Yeah, 52-0.
And then we had the division with the Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals. The only team that actually won this week was the Bengals.
By 1 point to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Now, that means what? The Ravens, Browns, and Steelers are all what record? We all 7-5 or 7-6 or
7-5.
Yeah, we're all 7-5.
7-5.
I think that the Saints division is more. At one point,
NFC South is terrible.
That's worse than ours.
When the Saints are leading with like 4 wins.
Well, 5 wins now.
Yeah.
So they're leading with 5 wins. What is it, 7 losses?
So,
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. So what other games do we have?
We have
Who Cleveland play?
Cleveland played 1 second. Technical error.
Technical difficulties.
What's going on?
He said, what's going on?
1 second. Sorry about this. Here we go. Is this the...
Cleveland actually played the Buffalo Bills.
Yep, this is it. Cleveland played Buffalo Bills and lost 26-10.
We're just gonna stick on this topic for a little bit. D. Wheels, what do you think about this? We're just gonna let him talk. What do you think? What do you think happened?
What do you think happened to Manziel?
Mr. Cleveland. Oh yeah, Manziel played. Didn't he throw a pick? He threw a pick and a couple of picks.
He threw a pick and took a huge sack.
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh, you just like that, huh? What about the Redskins? What was the Redskins score?
Oh, you want to talk about the Redskins?
Did they win or did they lose against the Colts?
The Redskins lost against the Colts.
What was the score?
49-27.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Okay.
Then we had Tennessee and Tennessee and Houston. What was that score?
45-21 Houston.
I just think the Browns they get ahead of themselves sometimes,
going
and
back.
they try to do too much. And Brian Hoyer, he needs to take his time, get a couple more reps in the practice with Josh Gordon.
It's not even we can have a feud about Steelers and Cleveland because right now this year they're the same.
Same record.
Yeah, they're
But
the same.
Cleveland
They're the
did turn
same
it
record and they're playing the same.
True. Oh no, I don't think I agree with that. I think the Browns are playing better.
Some would say. Some would say. What next game do we have?
Tiny Manziel, I don't know what they'll do now. I don't know if they'll change it. I don't know if they'll change the depth chart. But regardless, we need to get this win.
Do you think Manziel would start over next week?
I don't think so.
No.
It's just for the media. I think they benched him for a reason because he was playing, a little terrible at the moment. So they brought in Manziel to see what he'll do. I don't think they'll change it unless Manziel shows something in practice.
Yeah.
But
And when he went in, he didn't really show anything. So maybe in practice, then he'll start. What other games do we have?
We have the Saints and the Steelers, sadly.
Yeah, but that was only by a field goal.
Yeah, it came back. We were down a big margin towards the fourth quarter and made a huge comeback.
Yeah.
So we have. Let's save the best for last. Let's save that Oakland game for last.
Okay.
We have Carolina and Minnesota. Minnesota with 31, Carolina 13. It's not really a shocker there. This is a shocker, though. Atlanta 29, Arizona 18.
I mean, Atlanta offensive firepower is really good, but when you look at the Cardinals secondary is elite. So whatever happened in that, I heard Julio Jones had almost 180-something yards.
I could believe that.
Patrick Peterson?
Yeah.
Another good game we have, New England and Green Bay. Green Bay winning 26-21.
I respect Green Bay because early in the season, people started doubting them. They was, oh, no.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers said, calm down, it'll be okay. And now, look at that record. And look how he's playing. He's playing phenomenal.
I love to see Tom Brady lose. So.
He was mad.
And
He was mad.
This was a power battle, too. Both teams doing good. Both teams had a team to beat, basically.
Yeah.
So this is a highlight game.
They even said it could be a Super Bowl preview.
And then we had our Sunday night game, which was Denver beating Kansas City 29-16.
29 to 16.
Look at that offense.
I know.
Peyton Manning. That's all you have to say. And the defense played really well.
Kansas City's starting to go downhill. I mean, they lost to Oakland.
True. That is true.
And we have a game tonight, which is part of our predictions, which we'll do later. But we have Miami and New York tonight, the Jets.
We can just move on to the predictions now if you want. What do you think about Miami and the Jets?
I'm going to go Miami They're on the way to the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't really
They
think.
have the momentum.
I don't really think the Jets will beat Miami.
Hey, they beat Pittsburgh.
I mean, yeah.
I think Miami's going to take it.
Never know. Never know.
And next week, going on to our predictions, we have Arizona at St. Louis.
I'm going with the Rams with this one.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. They bounced back. You know, they played, exceptional. They didn't play on their level. But
Yeah.
they'll fix it around next week. I'm going with Cardinals.
I'm going with the Cardinals too. I just think that, for one, they're mad after last week. For two, St. Louis blew out Oakland, which to them, sure, Oakland's not a big team, but when you win 52-0, you kind of have that chip on your shoulder that you think you're all this and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to St. Louis, or not St. Louis, Arizona. Next, Steelers Falcons.
Steelers are losing Falcons.
Pretty much.
We already know what you're picking, D-Will, so we're not even going to ask you.
No need.
Washington at New York Giants.
Oh, can I pick a tie for this one?
This one's a division rivalry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the New York Giants.
Yeah, I'm going with the
I'm going with
Giants
the
also.
I'm going Giants too. I honestly think the Redskins are starting to slip, and it's not getting much better.
Isn't RG3 out again?
I think they're gonna let RG3
I think they're
go
monitoring
trade-
him.
I
trade.
say they let RG3 go, and the Rams pick him up, and he stays second string for the rest of his life.
Pretty much. All right, Miami at New England.
That's an all. Are these all rivalry games this week?
I think so, other than Pitt and Pitt and Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Miami or Patriots.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, like I said, when he gets that chip on his shoulder, when he gets mad, he comes back to prove something. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
they're
with
mad
Tom
about
Brady.
Green
think-
Bay.
Yeah. And I think every time New England plays Miami, they have more the advantage of winning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
All
going
right,
with Patriots also.
Oakland and Kansas City. I don't know about you guys, but I think Kansas City's a little mad.
I don't know. Oakland.
The top
I do
10.
think
No,
Oakland's-
What's
Yeah.
Oakland's record?
One win,
One win, and they
Against
won
who?
against
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
So
I think they're mad.
They should have
but
beat the Steelers.
I also think Oakland is a little embarrassed and mad after that last game.
Yeah.
When you get blown out 52-0, you're
Yeah, but I mean, if Oakland scores a touchdown, they're gonna be like, "Wow, this is happening again." And they're gonna slip.
it'll be a heated matchup.
I
But
don't know. I'm gonna go with Oakland. If Oakland blows them out twice, that'd be
I think I'm gonna go with Kansas City. I don't know for sure, but it'll be a heated matchup. But
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pull Kansas City pulling out at the end.
I'm going with what he said. I think Kansas City's going to have the edge.
yeah.
It's gonna be a good game,
Good
but
game, yeah. But Kansas
I
City
think
has
it's-
more talent on that team.
yeah.
Jamal Charles gonna run right over them.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Next, Houston, Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, my boy Andrew Luck.
You going Colts?
Yes,
I'm going Texans.
I'm kind of torn between these two, but I'm gonna have to say the edge. Probably the Colts. Jacksonville at Baltimore. Should this even be a prediction?
No.
We all know who we're going for.
Yep, Ravens.
Green Bay and Buffalo.
Buffalo, don't get me wrong, Buffalo defense is tough.
They've been
But-
surprising this year.
But Aaron Rodgers, with that arm, and the way he's playing right now, is just
That arm.
crazy.
Yeah. Next we have Tampa Bay and Carolina. Again, should this be a prediction?
Carolina.
I think it'll be I guess a defensive matchup. Not many points to be scored this game unless someone shows up. So
I mean, it's hard this late in the season to make predictions because it's just like you more look at records than stats, and it's just like you never know what's going to happen late in the season. Some teams are just going to like get their team together and try to beat a better record team. So we'll see what happens with that one.
Next, Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Cincinnati.
I know who he's going for.
Cleveland. What do you say?
I'm saying Cincinnati. I think Andy Dalton's gonna pull
Yeah.
something out. He's got AJ Green, and he's got
I don't know.
he's got Stills, who's still going with his
Yeah.
daughter's momentum and everything, trying to be a hero for his daughter. So
I respect Stills. I understand.
he's a Penn
But
State alum.
what we did to the Cincinnati Bengals on that Thursday night football game, I think we'll do it again.
All right, another non-prediction. What were you saying?
I was gonna say AJ Green didn't play well against Joe Hayden, and I predict the same thing. They always go at it every time they meet up. Joe Hayden always has.
We should change Thiel College Sports Authority to D. Wills and the Cleveland Browns.
Or Cavaliers.
And Cavaliers.
Just wait till base season.
Anti-Wizards.
Wait till baseball season arrives with him.
Oh man.
We'll wait till later in the show to talk about the Cavaliers and the Wizards.
Next, another non-prediction. Jets and Titans.
Ooh, I'm going with Titans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Titans.
I think the Titans are going to pull
Yeah,
too.
and we got Denver.
And San Diego.
I'm going with Peyton Manning. I like Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning beat the Chargers earlier in the season, right? When it was a heated matchup. I'm going to Peyton Manning again. I'm telling you, that offense. And when the defense plays well, too, and they get a running game going.
And he's got Emmanuel Sanders and Wes Welker. San Diego.
Emmanuel Sanders, he played for
Pittsburgh.
Didn't he have like a huge hit? Yeah, I saw that video.
He got hit hard last night, too.
Yeah, he was reaching out for he got hit hard again.
And they did a screen. Came around, linebacker came around, boom.
And he's still not injured.
No, he good.
He's got to have like
He hopped up mad, though.
He's
He
got
was like, man, ain't nobody going to protect me. But who else?
He's got to have like at least 4 concussions.
We got Detroit and Minnesota.
Oh.
I'm going to pull for the Lions.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
I'm going to pull for the Lions.
Did they win or lose on Thanksgiving?
I think they won.
Who'd they play?
Let me check real quick. They played another division person, I thought.
Yeah. I can't remember who they played.
I think it was Chicago.
Was it Chicago? They won against the Bears?
Chicago.
What was the final score of that game?
34-17.
34-17. Jay Cutler. I heard they call him 50 Cent because you only get 2 quarters out of him. Well, how many games do we have left for next week's predictions?
1 second. I'm not sure if this is the right thing.
I mean, if we do move on to the NBA, I'll be ready.
1 second. Something messed up
What
here.
week are we going on? Week 13?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, week 13 was last week, but...
Oh, week 14.
1 second. There we go. Uh-oh. I think we were doing the wrong predictions.
Uh-oh.
No, we weren't.
No, we were.
We were doing next week's, not this following week, but this next week. Oops. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, those are fine.
Because this is the last show, so we'll do a double prediction.
Anything's possible.
It'll be a special. Sorry about that, but
This is going to be called the lightning round.
Yep.
It's new to Thiel College Sports Authority. We're only doing it because Ty didn't like it, but Ty's not here. All right.
next, San Francisco, Seattle.
Seattle.
Ooh, that's a good game. I'm gonna go San Francisco.
I'm going Seattle because I think Jim Harbaugh's on the hot seat.
Dude, I don't like him.
Right.
I don't like him. I don't like any of the horrible.
Dallas and Philly.
Cowboys.
Actually, those are Thanksgiving games. Those already passed.
No, that's another one.
They doing it? They play again?
Yeah, we play because I know the Steelers play the Bengals like
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'm gonna go Philly again. Philly showed the Cowboys, I guess, what's up. You know?
And the final game of not this next week, but the following week is New Orleans and Chicago.
I'm going with the Bears.
I'm going with the Bears too.
The Bears.
Now let's go back a week due to technical errors. This week it starts off Dallas and Chicago.
Chicago.
Dallas.
I'm going with Dallas.
Nobody can take that.
Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
I want Cincinnati to lose, so I'm going for Pittsburgh for once.
You're going for who?
Cincinnati, my bad.
Oh, that's about
Cincinnati.
I was about to say, I think I'm losing hearing or something.
Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh.
I'm going Pittsburgh too. They're mad.
Yep.
And this is a big game
Or
team.
they'll be mad enough to lose again. We'll find out what the secondary
But
thinks.
this is a big team. We prepare for big teams.
William Gay, he's a real MVP.
Sure.
Yeah, he is.
St. Louis and Washington.
Washington.
St. Louis.
I'm
St. Louis
going.
defense is
It's two.
that front line is great.
You picking Rams?
Yeah.
It's like 2-1. It's 2 against 1 this whole TV show.
Giants,
Your boy Ty.
Titans.
What are you saying, Jags or Titans?
Giants, Titans.
Giants, Titans. Giants.
Yeah.
Go with the Giants.
Oh, 3-0.
Carolina, New Orleans.
Carolina.
I'm going New Orleans.
I'm going
Drew Brees
Carolina.
wants to get us into the playoffs. Carolina, I don't know what they're doing.
He's not going to the playoffs this year.
Who's at the top of the division?
yeah.
Falcons? But who's right at? Oh yeah, is it tied up now because the Falcons and Saints won recently?
I think it is tied up.
So whoever
I
is
think they're both 5 and 7.
going to the end. It's going to the end. So whoever wants some more, and I think Drew Brees has that.
Mhm.
Yeah, Drew Brees. That's all I have to say.
Jets, Vikings.
Jets. It's a lightning round, D. Wills. What are you thinking about?
Vikings.
I'm going the Vikings too. I still don't believe in the Jets. Ravens, Dolphins.
Oh, Miami.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Unfortunately.
What are you going with?
I'm going with Miami. They've been impressive. And I hate the Baltimore Ravens. Colts, Browns. Going Browns.
Colts.
If I must say.
Colts. Colts. Colts.
I'm going with the Colts.
Colts.
Oh, I can't wait to get to
Tampa Bay, Detroit.
Detroit. Tampa Bay sucks.
Detroit. Offense too powerful.
I mean, stinks. We can bleep that out. You're allowed to say sucks on TV.
I don't think so.
Alrighty.
I don't think so.
Alrighty. Houston at Jacksonville.
Houston. I'm gonna go Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah. Bill O'Brien's going to pull something out. Buffalo and Denver.
Denver.
I'm gonna go with Denver. Bro.
I mean, yeah.
I think it's
Buffalo
going to be
defense.
close, but I'm pulling for Denver too.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Arizona.
Kansas City.
Arizona.
I'm
Because
giving the edge to Arizona.
Kansas City's going to win this week, and then Oakland's going to kill them next week. That's how it's going to go.
But when you lose to Oakland, that's just sad.
It is.
When you're the only team who has lost to Oakland, that's sad.
I'll be disappointed in myself.
Seattle, Philly.
Talk about a big game. That's gonna be a lot of points on the board.
Philly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Philly.
I'm going to pull the upset and go with Seattle. I think you're right. It's going to come down to the last minutes, and it's going to come down to big points. But in the end, I think the Seahawks are going to pull it off. San Francisco, Oakland.
Underdog, Oakland.
We'll go with San Francisco.
I do think Harbaugh's on the hot seat, but I think he can at least pull one win out. So San Francisco.
San Francisco.
He's been on a hot seat ever since he lost the Super Bowl.
Pretty much. New England, San Diego.
New England.
Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then we have our Monday night game.
Atlanta, Green Bay. That's going to be tough.
You like Aaron Rodgers,
Shootout.
and you like Matt Ryan.
No,
You like Matt Ryan?
I like the Falcons wide receivers. That's what I like. Matt Ryan, he sometimes shows up, sometimes doesn't. But
I like the Falcons when Michael Vick was quarterback. Yeah.
It's gonna be a shootout, but like I said, Aaron Rodgers, the way he's playing is crazy, and the team is all on the same page. It's,
NFL straight 3, I just pick the Falcons every time.
you already know.
Alrighty, so we got our picks for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
This is our last week, so we got to do the last one.
Just a little surprise.
And
So
then we got what? Penn State?
yeah, let's talk about college football. Some key highlights: Notre Dame losing, Ohio State unfortunately winning, and Penn State surprisingly lose. Well, no, that wasn't more of a surprise because they were the underdogs
Who the
to Michigan State.
What?
Ohio beat Michigan.
Yeah.
Penn State lost to Michigan State. I actually went to high school with 2 players on Michigan State, a backup quarterback and one of the running backs.
Is he
So-
a backup running back or is he starting running back?
It's kind of like switched in between.
All right.
They switch them around. But I saw both of them in action because the starting quarterback took a big hit, and he was
How'd he
out
play?
for. He played really good. He played really good. The funniest thing I saw in that game, though, because I was actually at the game with my dad and my sister, the funniest thing I saw was a halftime, was a end of the quarter performance by the Penn State mascot, where they had like a Roman king or whatever, like Caesar, in the stands as one of the students, and they had another student dressed as a Spartan, and like it was like a gladiator war, and they reenacted that one scene from that one movie. Yeah, they pretty much reenacted that.
Is this on the field?
Yeah, it was hilarious. I was sitting right the Michigan State mascot was right in front of me. He was mad. Least I could say. He was just standing there like. It was hilarious. Like, they when the Penn State mascot drop kicked the guy, he looked into the stands and they had the guy on the big screen.
Yeah.
And he looked over and the king made that thing,
Okay.
and he just went he did that
Drop it.
thing.
That's funny.
That was hilarious. I laughed.
More about college football. What about Penn State? They're being you just say they were suspended.
They actually things are looking up for Penn State, minus the record, of course. As recent events have it, they're now bowl eligible, and a lot of their things from the Sandusky incident are uplifted, such as they can give scholarships now. They can they have better chances, basically, and like I said, they're bowl eligible.
Yeah.
So a lot of things are looking up for them.
What else do we have on the list?
We have, speaking of which, what do you think, who do you think's going from college to the NFL draft, and where do you think they're going? I can tell you one thing, the quarterback from Penn State, Christian Hackenberg,
Oh, yeah.
he, from that game alone, went from 7th round to the thing after the draft where basically unsigned.
Undrafted.
Yeah,
undrafted.
pretty much. He went from 7th round to undrafted with one game. That's how bad he played.
Wow.
So I can give you that. Who do you think? Any
I was
key players?
gonna say Penn State quarterback too, and how bad he played. What do you think? Do you think anybody's going first round?
Yes, Oregon State. Oregon quarterback Mariotti. Is that Mariotti?
Think so.
Yes, he could be the Heisman winner this year. And he's an excellent player for real. So.
And speaking of NFL draft, what do you think's going to happen? Tell you one thing, I think Oakland's definitely got the first pick locked up.
Yeah. What do you think Oakland's going to be picking up though?
I think they
They
really
need help all over.
pretty much. I don't think they're going to go for a quarterback. I think this is going to be second
I think
second
they're
or
going
third year.
defense.
I do too, but I also think they could use this as trade bait. This could be
Mm-hmm.
big trade bait for them because look what they can get for this
Well,
pick.
yeah. Well, they're going to get that pick, and then who do you think they're going to pick? They're going to pick up a veteran player?
They could make a trade for someone. That's what a lot of teams have done recently.
Yeah.
They could pick up.
Well, Oakland needs a lot more help than that.
Yeah, but I definitely think they've got the first pick locked up.
Yeah.
The only way is if basically, I think it would be between them and Jacksonville, basically, and the only way Jacksonville is beating them for the pick is if they lose every other game. Maybe Tampa Bay, too.
Yeah.
But if those two teams lose every other game and Oakland wins for the rest of the season, which we all know, not happening. Alrighty.
We're going to talk about NFL coaches.
Yeah,
Which ones are on the hot seats, you think?
I heard.
Basically,
I
the
heard,
teams we were just talking about. No,
I heard Harbaugh, the San Francisco 49ers coach, I heard he's in deep water.
Rex Ryan.
How? Rex Ryan. I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't know how he's staying. I don't know. It's got to be something with the New York organization.
After last year, I didn't know how he was staying.
It's something with the New York organization. If he stays again this year, they're pretty much.
The Giants coach.
They're not gonna let it go a time call.
He has 2 Super Bowls.
They're not
Yeah,
gonna let
but
it
he's
go a
also
time.
He has 2 Super Bowls, and he
he's also 90.
Do you
still.
think it's the coach?
Look how
or
old
the
Joe
players?
Paterno was.
Yeah.
The only way they let him go is when they had to fire him.
Yeah.
If they hadn't had to deal with any of that, he would have died.
So he should
defensively.
retire before he gets fired.
Pretty much.
Don't slip on the Giants
I
next
think,
year.
sadly, I should think Tomlin. I think our boy
Yeah,
Tomlin.
I really think Tomlin's gonna. I don't know. I like Tomlin.
He's lost to too many.
A lot of people say they don't like him and say the Super Bowl they won was Cowher's team, but I mean he still had to.
But look who they lost. Look who they've dished this season alone.
Yeah,
He's
but-
beaten big names, but look at all the people we've lost to.
Was it
We
Jets?
lost to the Jets. We lost to
Tampa
Tampa
Bay.
Bay. We just lost to New Orleans. Those are 3 teams that shouldn't have even been games for us,
Yeah,
and that's how we went in
the
with the
other two-
mindset.
Yeah.
We went in
Uh,
saying this shouldn't even be a game.
Tomlin's iffy, but we'll see what happens to him.
I
What
think.
What other coaches do you think?
I think Cleveland's finally gonna have a coach for a consecutive year.
Maybe a quarterback too.
That might be iffy.
Yeah.
But I think what's his face? Who's the guy? I think a lot of what I see with the NFL, a lot of teams depend on their records from the previous seasons, such as teams like Tampa Bay and Jacksonville, probably have fired their coach throughout half the season. They're just waiting till the end. They're just letting them finish out. like kind of like a contract deal.
What
Yeah.
about Ron Rivera with the Panthers? They've been
If
to the playoffs the last couple of years, now all of a sudden back to old days. Who knows?
who knows? It could be just one of those years.
Who knows?
But
For our final segment of the show, we are going to have.
we're gonna head over to NBA.
We're going to have the NBA. We're going to have 3 rounds. We're going to make this a little special. Of Nick, who is a Wizards fan. It's not even going to be about everything about NBA. It's going to be about only 2 teams. We're going to have Nick with the Wizards, and we'll have D Wheels with the Cavaliers. So round 1, you both get 2 things to say, and you got to prove your point. So we'll start off with D Wheels. What do you think about that game? First of all, how was the score?
The first game, the Cavs didn't play up to par. Kyrie played terrible defense against John Wall. John Wall played like he should be playing, like he should have been playing all his life, all his career. But now he wants to show out. But no, we bounced back second game. Blew him out one time. So that was.
What was the final score of that second game?
It was
look
a
it up?
30-point game,
Oh.
something like that.
What do you say about the game? Why'd you guys lose?
For one, I was there.
You were there. So it was even
Came to
more,
Cleveland?
Yeah.
it was even more heartbreaking for you.
That shows I'm
Let's
doing
just
my
say,
Did you wear your Wizards gear?
yeah,
Did you get any looks?
I get looks wherever I go. So it wasn't any different. And if they did look at me, I just looked back at them and went, record.
Oh.
loss. 30 point. Oh, all right. My bad. Your turn.
So, for one, I think the game was pretty biased. I'm not just saying that as an average sports fan. I honestly think. For example, Wizards go like this and get a technical. Cavaliers push us into the hoop and we get called for traveling. That's how the game went.
D Wills?
No, as I recall, I'm not saying they didn't make any calls on the Cavs when we met up with the Wizards for their first game, first appearance. But John Wall played well. Everybody else, they was just getting away with everything, basically. John Wall really had to carry his team the first game. And then once Kyrie, I don't know if it was Kyrie, but once John Wall got shut down the second game, they need John Wall to carry him. Bradley Beal either needs to step up or something. Somebody has to step up. It can't just be John Wall by himself, or it'll be the same LeBron James Cavaliers before LeBron left. Then you think your boy John Wall going to leave again?
I think he's going to lead. I also think Bradley Beal's coming off of injury, so he's kind of taking it easy for the first thing.
We talked about this. He said he was going to come back with a bang.
Yeah, he is. He's just building it up. I also think we're missing a key player,
Who?
Nene.
Oh, okay.
He's a big factor.
No, hold up. Who's that backup power forward?
That would be either Gortat or that would be
The one that
Sheldon Mack.
that played real good against his first matchup. Kellen Sefrin or something like that.
Yeah, Kevin Stephon.
He plays well. He plays good.
He does.
He hustles
Nene
his
plays
butt
better.
off.
When did he play the second game?
How doesn't?
Is he hurt? Oh, did he?
Not Nene. Oh, Nene, no. Nene's injured.
Oh, okay.
Something with like his hand or something.
Okay, now
Another
we're,
injury.
now we're for round 3. Final thoughts about that game?
Like I said, the Wizards 1-1, the Cavs 1-1. We meet up again soon, hopefully, and then we'll see our records. And I'm pretty sure the Cavs will be on top. Pretty sure.
I'm just saying, you guys were hungry this game. We're gonna be starving the next game.
Oh yeah,
so.
I know. That's what we're gonna eat.
All right, well, you heard it from Wills and Nick the Wizard Man.
And
This was our last show. It was a pleasure.
gotta end it like Ty will end it.
Big pleasure, gentlemen.
You already know.
So we give a
Luke
shout
the
out to
man.
cameraman.
Yep.
Look
Hey,
at-
cameraman, come out here. He's been sitting
He's
back
been
here.
behind the scenes.
Here he is right here.
Come on, you gotta get in there, Luke.
This is Luke. He's done a great job.
He's taking
All
care
right.
of us all here. Well, I'm D Wills.
I'm Nick.
I'm Jeff. And this is Thiel College Sports Authority.